Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I would like to talk about lens, TTArtisan lens. As you probably know, one of my favorite lenses is this little 25 millimeter, yes, 25 millimeter TTArtisan f2 lens. I've made a video, not one video about it, and I really like it. So I was very surprised, very pleasantly surprised when TTArtisan reached out and they asked me if I would like to review this lens, because they didn't know or didn't check that I actually did review this lens already and many other lenses that they have. So when they've learned that, because I told them and I showed them the videos, they asked if there's any other lens that I would be interested in to review, and I can keep the lens. So, just to make things clear, I am keeping the lens, but TTArtisan has not seen this video. They have no say in what I'm saying here. I will just send it to them when it's done, when it's published. So that's it. So just for the record that I got this lens. This lens is not new. It's been on the market for the past 5 years, I believe. But what is about this lens? Well, first of all, we have our little jar, as every TTArtisan lens has. And because I've tested so many of these, I'm already used to it, and I kind of like it, to be honest, because it makes it original, it makes it different. And under this beautiful jar lid, we have a big piece of glass, as you can see. A big piece of glass that lets a lot of light on to our sensor, which is just gorgeous. Of course, this lens is not a autofocus lens, so it has no electronic contacts. It's just pure metal. There's no information that goes to the camera about this lens unless we provide this information. So no autofocus, fully manual lens. And it sits very tightly on the camera. There's no wobble, there are no shakes. Feels very solid, very well made. What is nice is that we have here this beautiful aperture, and to control the aperture, we've got these two thingies here that our fingers can easily find, and as you can see, it beautifully closes and opens the aperture, and I hope you can hear how beautifully it clicks. What I will be showing you now, because as you can see as I'm closing the lens, it shows this nice like flower-like pattern. Can you see? So in the pictures that you're seeing right now, you can see how the bokeh shape changes with changing of the aperture. I'm starting with 1.2, and then I'm just doing click, shoot, click. Oh, this is not 1.2, that's f16. So I'm starting with 1.2, and I'm doing closing the aperture, shoot, closing, shoot, closing, shoot, and with every little one I do it like that. So you can see how the aperture shape, as how the bokeh shape changes throughout the aperture range. The build of this lens reminds me a little bit of this old Russian lens that was attached to very often to Zorky 4, an old Russian camera that was copy of Leica or inspired by Leica. And it also had this like a little like barrel shape, so thinner here, then it goes wider here, and then it thins up here again. It was smaller, way smaller, and by the way, Jupiter 8 looks marvelous on Micro Four Thirds cameras because it's tiny. The adapter is very small because it was a lens used on rangefinders. So if you want a unique lens, you can check out Jupiter 8. There's plenty of them on the market, I assume. So yeah, it reminds me a little bit of this lens. And also the pictures from it also remind me of it a bit. I'll show you later on the picture that made me think like, oh, this is a Jupiter 8 vibe. As far as such a gorgeous design, both of them, they just look phenomenal. I went for a photo walk with my friend. She had EM-10 with, I don't remember which lens, I think with 25. I had this combo, and there was a kindergarten trip. There were two ladies and a few kids going for a walk, watching the frogs and ducks and whatever. And the lady stopped while we were taking photos, and she said, "Wow, you have such gorgeous old school cameras." And this is exactly how it feels to take photos with this set. It feels old school, it feels retro, it feels a little bit like taking pictures with DSLR. I even set the light measure to not spot metering, but central weighted metering to give myself this more retro feeling while I'm using this lens. How about the pictures from this lens? Well, they have a very unique style, I would say. A little bit dreamy, a little bit this retro, a little bit unique in their own way, and I absolutely love it. As far as sharpness goes on 1.2, when we have an object quite close to it, then the whole object will be soft. It will not be razor sharp. So if you want this lens for that, that's not your lens. I like it because it gives this like very dreamy look. People now use mist filters, right? Or things like that to soften the image a little bit. With this lens, you don't need to. It already has it at 1.2. If you shoot further, the images are sharper. It's only with the close distance focusing that they are not too sharp. I will show you now the picture that I told you that looks for me like from Jupiter 8. So this little feather, it was just lying on the grass and I took black and white with it. And by the way, all the pictures that you're seeing here are JPEGs straight from OM-3. No editing was done to them whatsoever. So when I saw how these feathers, or how this feather turned out, I immediately had a thought that this is the look that my Zorki gave me. I used to have a Zorki 4, and when I was shooting with it, it really had a retro vibe. There is something in those old lenses that is very unique, and this lens gives me the same feel. So if you want a lens that is not like modern lenses, this definitely could be the one. And I'll be honest, when TTArtisan reached out, I felt that I don't need this lens, so that I will simply sell it after I make a video. But after using it, I already know I don't want to sell it because I love this lens. Just like I love my little 25, which is definitely more universal and more diverse in what I can use it for. The same for this 50. More specialized maybe, more for portraits. I would love to try it on portraits. We already are making plans with the girls to have some photo shoot with it, because I think for portraits, when the skin will not be this razor sharp there with this a little bit dreamy look, it's actually beneficial that it's not razor sharp on 1.2. I don't like my razor sharp pictures of my face. I don't know about you, but I would very much prefer to have these a little bit more dreamy, softer look. So I am definitely not selling this lens. I am keeping it. But I also wanted to tell you about something that is not that important as far as the lens goes, but as the whole user experience. I bought recently OM Systems 25mm, the second version. And it came in a very eco-friendly, which I understand, I absolutely do, brown sad box. Whereas TTArtisan, when they send you a lens, they do make sure that you enjoy the unboxing experience. Look at this box, it's just lovely. It has this like little silver finish, you can see what the lens look like, and inside you have some warranty card, something, and there's this foam cut to shape of the lens, so it sits snug in this box. Fantastic. It gives such a nice user experience to open this box. If you want to buy it for a gift, fantastic. Because the feel it gives when you open it, it gives you this like premium feel, I would reckon. So, is this lens perfect optically? Absolutely not. Does it have chromatic aberration? Probably yes. I was not looking for it. I was just checking if I like what I see from it or if I don't. Does it have flaring? Maybe. I did shoot it like against the sun, so maybe it is there on some photos. I paid no attention to it, to be honest. I just wanted to know if I like what I see from this lens. And if you want to know the specifications of it, how many aperture blades are there, how many elements are in this lens, and analytics of its optics, it's not here. I can tell you it's a wonderful lens for artistic purposes, not necessarily for the most sharp and the most proper picture you want to take, but for artistic purposes, for the joy of shooting with it. I had loads of joy shooting with it, with the smooth focusing ring, with this clicking aperture ring. Absolutely fantastic. So, if you would like to see something more about TTArtisan lenses, I invite you to explore the channel. There is, I think, unfortunately, only one video in English, about 25. There are some in Polish, which I'm sure AI will help you understand, so feel free to explore them too. And thank you for being with me today, and see you in the next one.